Hey, everybody, guess what? I'm here with the miserable liberal, Ron Placone.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Are you miserable?
Miserable.
Miserable. People like it when you say that.
I am miserable.
You don't look it.
I'm miserable.
You don't look it. So, did you hear the news? So, somebody made a GIF, GIF, a GIF. When I was a kid, Henry Fonda used to do commercials called GAF, different. This is GIF. And so here's the GIF. You want to see it? They made it. It's Trump. I don't have to play the volume. I'll just play the video. It's Trump beating the crap out of a guy. This is from when he was doing professional wrestling. He's now a president. That's how horrible the Democrats are. So he's now our president, and this is when he was doing professional wrestling. So somebody stuck the CNN logo over the guy's head who he's beating up. And let's see, there's a little bit more to this. Let's watch. There's a little bit more to this. FNN, Fraud News Network. All right, so that's how it... So guess what? This really got under the skin of CNN. They went and found this guy. They can't find a shred of actual evidence of collusion with Russia. Not one. But, boy, they found out who made this video. They found it out. The guy did it on Reddit. He's a Reddit user. And apparently he makes a lot of anti-Semitic posts on Reddit or whatever. And but this was the thing that got him, is that he made this GIF, or a meme. Some people call it a meme. And they caught him. They found out who it was. And here's what CNN released. Are you ready? I'm going to read this to you. Here's what they released. It said, after posting his apology, the guy, they give his screen name, he called CNN's K-File. The guy called CNN's K-File. That's the name of the show, K-File. CNN's K-File, and confirmed his identity. So once CNN got the guy, they said, we know who the guy is. And the guy went out and he posted an apology for doing it and all that stuff, because CNN's going to reveal who he was. And the whole point of Reddit is anonymity, right? That's the whole point of Reddit, right, Ron?
Yeah. Well, and just let's be honest, internet trolling in general. I mean, a lot of those people, they like to hide under anonymity.
But that's the beauty of Reddit, is that everyone's anonymous.
Yes.
And people are saying that CNN found out who this guy was with Reddit's help. I don't know anything about that. That would be horrible if Reddit helped them find out who this guy's identity was. But we'll find out here. It says that guy posted an apology, the guy who made that meme, and then he called K-File, according to CNN. He called CNN, confirmed it was him who made the GIF, and they say he sounded nervous. That this guy this is what CNN is saying, that he sounds nervous. So there it is, sounded nervous. He sounded nervous about his identity being revealed and asked to not be named out of fear for his personal safety and for the public embarrassment it would bring to him and his family. CNN is not publishing his name because he's a private citizen who has issued an extensive statement of apology, which he did. I'm not going to bother reading it. They say he showed his remorse by saying he has taken down all of his offending posts. And because he said he is not going to repeat this ugly behavior on social media again. In addition, he said his statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. This is all what CNN is reporting. CNN's K-File. And then they end with the blue. It's down here in blue. Do you want to know how they end? This is how they conclude. This is what this says in blue. It says CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of that change. Pretty sure that's doxing. That's threatening to dox someone for doing something that's legal, to make a meme, to practice free speech. So now they're going to come at him and dox him in a way that's detrimental and injurious to him. They're going to reveal who he is. If he doesn't do what CNN says, if he makes another mean GIF where he makes fun of CNN, They're going to dox him. Isn't that what it sounds like, Ron?
Oh, absolutely. And this guy has other stuff in his closet. I mean, he has allegedly racist stuff,
Yeah,
anti-Semitic
he's
stuff.
anti-Semitic
so
stuff.
it's not like this is a great guy. And that's probably the stuff he's worried about, which, it goes to show you from a character standpoint, if your identity is revealed and your internet behavior is so atrocious that you'd be that humiliated, maybe you're kind of being a jerk online and you shouldn't do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really sad that, like, well, if you go after us, that's the line.
Yeah. CNN didn't go after him for his anti-Semitic postings or whatever his other. They went after him because he made this GIF. And then they found out that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, that's creepy.
Well, I want to know, Jimmy, when FNN is going to go after him. Right? Like, isn't that... What are they going to do?
FNN. So, guess what? Our good friend at WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, he figured out that what they're doing is probably illegal. And he cites U.S. Code Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 13-54241. U.S. Code. So, conspiracy against rights. So, this is in the code, and it says... If two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise of enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or because of his having so exercised the same, or if two or more persons go in disguise on the highway or on the premise of another with intent to prevent or hinder his free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege so secured, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. So if he's exercising his rights, which is freedom of speech, and if two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, or threaten or intimidate any person who is expressing his rights guaranteed under the Constitution, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years. That's illegal. So he's exercising his constitutionally free speech, a right guaranteed by the Constitution, and two or more people at CNN are conspiring to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate him for expressing that right. So it looks like CNN committed a felony ski. Looks like they did. In fact, Julian Assange tweeted out, former New York prosecutor Ron Blitzer agrees with my reading of New York law. CNN's censorship threat is likely a crime. Well, let's hear from former New York prosecutor Ron Blitzer. Let's go to LA News, Law at News by Dan. This is the site I'm going to. And they quote the law. The law says if you compel or induce a person to abstain from engaging in conduct in which he or she has a legal right to engage by means of instilling in him or her a fear that if the demand is not complied with, the actor or another will expose a secret or publicize an asserted fact, whether true or false, tending to subject some person to hatred, contempt, or ridicule. That's the law. I'll read it to you one more time. So if you do anything that compels or induces a person to abstain from engaging in conduct in which he or she has a legal right to engage by means of instilling in him or her fear that if the demand is not met or complied with, the actor or another will expose a secret or publicize an asserted fact, whether true or false, tending to subject some person to hatred, contempt, or ridicule. And he concludes by saying, CNN is saying, this is the lawyer, former New York prosecutor, he's saying, CNN is saying that they will reveal the user's private identity, currently kept anonymous, in his Reddit posts, if he doesn't stop to post offensive material, if he doesn't stop posting offensive material, which he is legally allowed to do. That sure sounds like it fits the bill. CNN freaks out over a GIF. Now there's going to be by the way, now there's going to be 1 million more GIFs. So again, that thing you try to cut, you just made it worse, you dummy. You tried to put out a fire with gasoline. You dummies at CNN. Genius. Now they broke the law. And then get this. So I read to you that line where it said, let me read this line to you again. What this bottom line says right here is,
It's awful.
CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of that change. Meaning if he makes another mean gif, or if he does anything mean in his free speech, we're going to dox him. And they say you can't do that. That the law says you can't do that. And this guy says CNN is saying they're going to do it. Sounds like it fits the bill. So the guy from CNN, K-File, who did this, his name is Andrew Kaczynski. He's now lying.
Oh, no.
Lying in public. This is what CNN does. So people started saying, hey, this is illegal what you're doing. You're threatening the guy. And he said, this line is being misinterpreted. It was intended only to mean we made no agreement with the man about his identity. That's not what that says. That's not what that says at all. In fact, so I tweeted out, that's 100% bullshit. He promised to not make any more memes, and you said, quote, CNN reserves the right to publish his identity if any of this changes. That's a threat. That's a threat. And that is plain as day. So there you go. CNN. They're the most trusted name in news. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying they goofed up, not even just with the whole art. I mean, that was a goof up times 20. They goofed up when they assigned anybody working for that institution to spend 1 minute of manpower on this stupid fluff bullshit.
Yep.
CNN is supposed to be a news network. CNN does not stand for censoring nitwits on the net. That's not what it stands for.
Hey, the next live Jimmy Dore show is July 17th. That's right, July 17th. That's a Monday in Burbank, California. Get your tickets right down here or go to jimmydorecomedy.com. July 17th, Burbank, California, live Jimmy Dore show.